Hey guys, it's your humble host, Rick. If you prefer, I was gonna do this big, long video. It was just kind of like a vent video. Unfortunately, my camera didn't want to play nice and it became really, really pixelated. Anyway, just wanted to say hi and see how you guys were. Um, some of the stuff I've been noticing for a little while now. Kind of like three things I wanted to focus on real quick. The first one is what's going on in the UK and just moreover with all over the globe in regards to Islam and the invasion and overthrowing of certain cultures. If you look at what's going on in the UK, you literally have rape gangs by Muslim men going around and literally kidnapping minor girls off the street and dragging them into bushes. No, I'm not kidding. And what I'm noticing, because people are trying to pull that crap here in the US, where you have the moderate Muslim. So there's the moderate Muslim, and then there's a radical Muslim. The radical Muslim will behead you, the moderate Muslim will offer the radical Muslim to behead you. And people might go, oh, this is xenophobic or some sort of racist. No, it's not. If you look at what's been going on, UK is a big, big, big example of this. You have more and more Pakistani men becoming mayors of London, all throughout the UK, and they're starting to put in place parts of Sharia law. You have the UK government and police refusing to do anything about the rape gangs. The victims are usually silenced, with the perpetrators, who are either Pakistani, Afghanistan, Iranian, all Muslims, making excuses and being let go. So, and that's starting to happen a little bit over in Japan, where they're trying to pressure Japan to let these immigrants in. No. I actually just saw a video floating around on Twitter how you have a father and his two sons, they're Muslim, saying that Japan needs to become more culturally diversive or whatnot, need to diversify their culture, that he doesn't let his kids celebrate Japanese holidays. No. Japan is starting to get a taste of what it's like letting all these people from different cultures and countries in. They're starting to have their sacred places destroyed. They're starting to have more crime in their streets. And it's all from a particular group or certain religion. Look this up. I'm not being racist or xenophobic. This is something I've been noticing. That's the first thing. And even you have people pushing that crap in the US. You have a mayor candidate from New York, he's Muslim. We have people in high offices in the US who are Muslim, who, like, for example, Omar talks about putting Somalia first. You have, I forget where this guy's a mayor at, but he's from Somalia. Um, Muslim. They're trying to enforce certain values. They're not America first. They're not the country that they're supposed to be representing or living in first. I actually there's another account I follow, and this has to do with the UK. He's a sheik, and he doesn't fight for the values of the country he came from. He fights for UK and British values, and he even states as such. He goes, I came to this country, I assimilated to this country, I'm fighting for this country's values. I'm not trying to instill the country that I came from into the country I came to. So, I'm paraphrasing. The other stuff, I'm just kind of noticing what's going on, because I have two other topics. Let's talk about the dating scene, because I'm seeing more and more videos, and I don't understand why this is going on. I don't understand what is wrong with my sex at the moment. I do believe that they're being used as a tool for division. the more coverage I see from YouTubers covering TikToks and Instagram videos, I have seen some of the most toxic, entitled, over ego inflated, money hungry, materialistic women in the dating scene. I can't wrap my head around it. Ladies, money's gonna come and go. Your cars are not gonna be around forever. The house you live in is eventually going to break down and fall apart. Your clothes are eventually going to tear. Money is not everything. I've been married for over 10 years. I've had stuff. Me and my husband have had situations nearly deplete all of our savings. Car repairs is sometimes the bane of my existence. By the grace of God, I'm able to maintain my two vehicles, and they're good vehicles. They're just integral maintenance can be very costly. But that's just one example. I don't. I know a lot of men right now are tapping out, and I don't blame them. If I was a guy, if I was just single, I'd probably choose to be celibate at this point because it's such a toxic environment. You even have people who are claiming to be trad, femme, whatever the term is, who are as toxic as well. Literally saw a fight break out between 3 to 4 different influencers online, women, mind you, over a damn engagement ring. I can't even begin to wrap my head around the stupid. And I tried to understand, and it's just a mess. I'm seeing more and more videos of women who are just in it for the money. They're like, there's one in particular, and I can't remember this YouTuber's name. She covers a lot of this stuff. She has blonde hair. She slides right into the frame. She just got married. And she covers a lot of videos she finds on TikTok from both men and women. And the one that she covered in particular that caught my attention was you had a girl practically bitching at a guy because he took her on a first date to Subway. And she got overly pissed. I'm sorry, if it's a first date, I don't know what the hell you're expecting as you don't know each other. And thank God I'm not in the dating scene, because no, no. Anyway, but the guy pretty much called her out and stated, well, you're just in this for the money, to which she confirmed, yes, I am in this for the money. And she was so freaking hostile about it. I don't understand. Like, stuff disappears, stuff breaks, everything is temporary. Why is there such a high focus on money and materialism? I don't, because guys are kind of like that too. The red pill community, I've seen a lot of toxicity out of that community as well, to where you have people like Andrew Tate and their Bugattis. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Talking about how you have to have a certain amount of money to be an alpha male, how you have to have the overly expensive cars. Just think of the freaking maintenance bills. But anyway, like that's something else I've been kind of watching and following, and a lot of guys are just like, I'm gonna go live in the woods. And I don't blame them. I really, really don't. I actually saw something else too, and this is, because I'm seeing Christian women influencers kind of step into it too. I saw something out by a pro-life influencer, and she does a lot of good work, but her name is Layla Rose, and she and another woman were having a discussion and trying to tell men that they don't need sex, and why? Why are we doing this? Stop trying to dictate to men what they don't or they do need. Like, you as a woman cannot do that. You can have opinions, which is fine, but you can't tell men what they do or don't need. For the most part, and I don't, there's no, oh my gosh, just all kinds of, it's a mess. It's totally a mess. The other thing I want to touch upon real quick, because something I'm also noticing, I don't know why or when these exactly started. So, with the Trump administration, there's been a lot of cuts to Medicaid and SNAP and EBT, and I used to be on food stamps quite a while ago, and me and my husband have not had to go on them for a long, long time, and I'm not shaming anybody who's on them. They're there to help if you actually need help. The thing that is killing me, because it's coming out from mostly one particular group of people. I don't know why this is a thing. I'm seeing more and more TikTok videos of particularly black families, a mom with several kids, several other people in the house, bragging about their haul from Costco or Walmart, and they're just showing what seems to be, for the most part, junk food to the camera. You sometimes have like fruit in there, or raw chicken, or ground beef, which those you can make good food with those. If you know how to cook, you learn how to cook, you can make good things with those. But a lot of it is junk food, like Takis. You have a lot of juice, which is very sugary. Just or you have a lot of processed food. Like I saw one video where she had like the mom who is really, that's another thing with these videos, is these are really, really overweight people doing this as well. And I don't know what in the world is possessing people to brag about how much they get from EBT, because you're talking about a few K. The video I saw yesterday talked about how this lady had over $12,000 of food stamps added to her. I'm not kidding. This is what she said. And that was a TikTok video that was posted on Twitter, and I just like over 12K is a price of a used good car, or a good used car, depending on the make and model and year. But I'm not sure why people feel the need to brag. Like, if I was getting that much from the government, I wouldn't be telling anybody. Like, I wouldn't be bragging about it or posting about anything online, because first off, that's nobody's business. Two, I don't even know why people are getting this much money. Again, people are buying nothing but junk food, and I know they just got a bunch of junk food banned from EBT. Like, you can't buy soda, chips, and other types of that sort of crap off with food stamps, which, good. And you already have the people who live off of welfare and other stuff screeching about it. Like, I had one lady, she was a white lady, I saw, and she had these really nice trim glasses, her nails were done, she had highlights in her hair, talking about how, oh, well, you don't think my child doesn't deserve a popsicle or a brownie. It's like, well, if you spend what you spend on your nails on the popsicles and brownies, your kid can have those things. Like, in the glasses frames that you're wearing, those aren't cheap, those are stylized, those are probably designer or a cheap knockoff designer, but they're still, I bet you anything, more than what you should be paying for frames if you're on government assistance. The frames I have on my face right now, they're $17, so they're cheap. I don't need something overly expensive. I'm not working in construction or anything, but that's just an example. She looks like she had designer frames on. And there's like those big teardrop cat looking frames too, so I'm like, those are usually a pretty penny. Anyway, so I'm noticing more and more of those videos. And then I'm seeing a lot of this to kind of tie into there, because this has to do with a term getting thrown around called black fatigue, where you have more and more videos, not just of the food stamp haul, but of just fights being recorded and documented, either in a KFC, a cruise liner, that's its own controversy, or just out in a store, and it's always a group of black women. And from what I'm noticing, because I have yet to see people say anything about this, I've had this conversation before with people in the past. I do really believe that certain groups are being used as a divisive tool. Black community definitely being used as a tool for division, because they're getting coddled, they're getting treated a certain way. They're getting groomed and brainwashed to believe that everybody stole from them and that they're always going to be kept down, that they can never rise above their broken culture. And they're just, it's breeding lunatics. There's no father figure in those communities, and I'm not making fun, I'm not mocking. This is stuff I'm seeing more and more of, and it's being done on purpose. The stuff that's going on with women right now and the dating scene. Men and women are being kept divided because if they come together and they realize, oh, hey, we can work together, we can make things better, they'll fight back. But there's also big, big movement of division being created using men and women against each other. And a perfect example is just the T. Did you guys see anything about the T app? Like, at all? It's everywhere. Asmongold covered it. It's the Gundam covered it. Clownfish TV covered it. I've seen other YouTube channels cover it. With all the stuff that got leaked and what have you, it's a hot mess. And I don't know if this is true. I haven't confirmed any of this, but I have seen reports of 3 to 4 people dead from these leaks. I don't have names. I heard someone put in the YouTube comments of one of these videos that a guy went after a girl and killed her, that somebody committed suicide. Another one I think was a murder. I don't, again, no confirmation or anything. It's another tool of division. Stuff going on with Islam. That is a regressive, barbaric religion / culture being allowed to run amok and cripple governments, and people are being bought off, or they're threatened, intimidated, look the other way. Heck, you even have King Charles not rebuking any of this and welcoming these people in with open arms. You have documentations of stuff going on in Italy, Spain. I've already mentioned Japan. You have stuff going on here in the U.S. They try to enact Sharia law down in Texas. They've been trying to do that crap for over a decade. That was smacked down again, and thank God. So these are just kind of 3 things I've been kind of following on and off, just kind of observing, and it's not going to get any better. Things are going to get crazier and much worse, because anybody who's read the Bible, continues to study the Bible, it does talk about, and I believe it in Romans, where people are going to get haughty, they're going to get full of themselves, they're going to get arrogant, they're not going to listen to rebuke, any type of criticism. They're not going to want to learn anything else. They're going to act like know-it-alls, and they're just going to run amok and allow stuff just to go to hell. So be careful out there. Again, I wanted to do a normal video, but I need a new camera. Because I wanted to do a face video. But without further said, I'm going to end it here. You guys have a good one. Be safe out there. Don't take time off the internet and away from this stuff, because you're either going to get thoroughly pissed or overly depressed, and there's a lot of crap out there. There's a lot of stuff going on. These are just the 3 things that I've just kind of been actively following and paying attention to. I mean, there's more. I could go on about more stuff, but I'm not going to. Anyway, I'll see you guys hopefully soon in the next one.